World versus World Restructuring is here, and some people like it, some people don't like it, and we of course already have a poll for people to vote on whether they enjoy it or not. Even though it's only been 3 days of the system going out, so let's talk about it. Subscribe to the channel for more content. This go to my Ko-fi if you want to support me, and let's get into it. So we have the the little thing here, the little poll right here. So here you can see the poll. And what it means essentially is just take these 3 ones here as people that love it, there's 3 here people who are undecided, and these people who did not like it. So you can see that overall it seems that there are more people that don't like it. That being said, I think I've seen a lot of the comments here, and it seems overall that even though that is the case, in this poll, most people can agree that it has very, very good things, even if there's some of them that are bad. Now, there is, in the forums, of course, a lot of different type of conversations. Some people are saying that it's great. Some people are saying that's not good. Some people are saying that it's literally the worst thing ever, and it's completely gonna destroy the whole of World vs. World. But I mean, it really isn't. I think the biggest thing, and we'll talk about it later, is that we're gonna have to wait and see how it evolves. So it seems very interesting. Now, I would not really consider this that important. This poll really significant. There we go. On whether the system is good or not. At the end of the day, first of all, the forums are kind of okay, people here will always only complain about things, so I would not really consider that much. But I've been going through the comments and seeing a lot of the discussion, and we can discuss on whether what the World vs. World Restructuring has been doing good, what it has been doing badly. I also want to say that I went in through Reddit, and I did not see a lot of, or at all, any complaints about the World vs. World Restructuring. And when there's actually something going pretty badly, it really doesn't. What's the word? The Reddit, they start flaming. Okay, so the fact that there's nothing like that right now, it gives me a lot of hope that people actually enjoy the new system. Now, why did this new system appear in the first place? It was because the server, the old server system was kind of not really updated. It was really old. We had a lot of issues because look, you might be a old-time player that really knew what to do and what servers, which World vs. World servers meant something, right? Hey, this server is for roaming, or this server has this guild that does this kind of stuff, and this server is good, and this server is bad. If you have the knowledge, I think the whole server system is pretty good. But if you're a new player, you will not have any idea about this, right? It is way easier for new players to get into a guild that, hey, they get advertised somewhere, and they can actually go and get them into their alliance, right? In order to understand, hey, this is what this guild does instead of this other one, right? It's way easier than to just pick a random server where you get stuck on, and you are kind of you have to transfer afterwards with actual money to get into somewhere else. Now, of course, this means also the fact that when you don't pick on any guild, well, you will be assigned to a random alliance, a random world. But because the system is supposed to be kind of balancing itself out all the time, and who the people are in these alliances, well, not every time, but around every 3 weeks, in this case 6 weeks, but every 3 weeks, these players will be able to be assigned to a server that technically shouldn't be dead, as there will be more or less a good amount of players and guilds that play on those servers. So it should be good for everyone. The problem is that a lot of people that used to play the game for a long time, the people that had a fairly active server or very active server, they are accustomed to playing with with each other, right? And on their server and against other people, right? And the fact is that I think this will affect them specifically in a little bit in a negative way, because when you have everyone in your server and you kind of just funnel everybody that has knowledge into a server, this is very good for them, because they'll stomp everyone and they'll be very comfortable with it. But the problem is that new players and other people that are not as good will not really be, they will get the shorter end of the stick. And by making the stick, giving the shorter end of the stick a bit bigger for the new players and people who don't know, the rest of the stick that used to be for the veterans will get shorter. And even though it's better and it's more balanced, this is what's going to end up happening. And I think that's why a lot of people in the veteran community don't really like this change and this system, because it will affect them in a negative way, at least a little bit, even if it's better for the health of the game. Now, that doesn't mean that everything is perfect. For example, in the betas, there was actually a lot of queues, there's also a lot of bugs, and there's also a lot of lag. Now, for this one in particular, I don't think there was that many queues. There was not really any bugs, the ones that when I played at least, and I played on Reset, and of course a lot today as well. Of course, there was lag because, well, Reset always has lag, and it shouldn't have, but, well, that's kind of what it is, and it always has been. There's always going to be queues and lag on the Reset on Friday because everyone's trying to get in, right? Of course, specifically in a system when the alliance system like this got, released. So, yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. It also kind of sucks that we're going to have 6 weeks where you actually can't really move around from other servers. So you're going to be stuck in your lines that you got in here. So if you fuck it up, it is actually something that you're going to have to wait for a long time to actually be able to change. But you can actually make a ticket to ANET. And I made another video, and I'll leave it in the description down below if you want to check it out. But with that, you can actually maybe ask for a transfer if you got into the wrong place for some reason. It also kind of sucks, I guess, that this is actually a very interesting problem as well. I played today and in the morning, and there was really not a lot of people to fight against because, well, it was, most people are working in the morning, right? But usually you would fight against people in these oceanic servers that is actually at night for them, right? The problem is, these people, well, they're all in one alliance, so all the oceanic servers people, all the guilds went into one alliance, and now they're kind of just stuck there fighting no one because, well, they all got in there, so they're on the same team, right? So nothing really happens, right? And this is kind of a problem, right? I think this is a problem that could be definitely fixed by ArenaNet by putting different guilds that play on different time zones in different servers against each other. So there's always some people like actually playing, but that's gonna be something that they're gonna have to figure out for the next matchups, I think. So even though it does seem kind of a bad thing, I don't think it's really a problem that would have been fixed on servers anyways beforehand. I think they were just gonna, hey, this the on the server system, it just kind of happened to be well done just because of how long the server system has been in the game. So people kind of, put themselves in different servers to actually have guilds to fight against each other. But I think this will eventually it'll happen. I think the same thing will happen. It's just gonna take a bit of time, right? It is also, I think, very, very good that we're getting a lot of excitement and change to the Warver's World. Because, like, look, Warver's World has been working pretty well for a long time. Yeah, sure, it's not perfect, but at the end of the day, people really didn't care about winning. And I'm not saying that we're caring about winning right now, but this will give us more excitement, more change. And even if some things will go in a worse way, it'll become maybe it's a bit negative in some ways. Change is important to keep things alive and to keep people invested into the game. And I'm sure that it'll get better, but I think it is definitely something that is worth pursuing here to actually try and make things better. Being stagnant is never a good thing, especially for a competitive game mode like Warver's World, right? The other thing that I was really thinking about is that people, it's nice to have a poll and to have a bit of information and discussion. I think it is a bit too early to know whether this is a good change or not. Overall, all the comments that I've seen, they're pretty positive. Some things are, hey, I didn't like this or whatever, but overall they're pretty positive. And I really don't think it's very easy to, hey, guys, like, hey, this is just complete dog shit because, well, it's just not working right now, so it's too... No, I mean, look, we have to wait a little bit to see how the matchup's going to be, how the people are going to actually play in this new system, how people are gonna react to it, how people are gonna change how they play, how they organize, how they make guilds, everything. So it's really a bit too early to know. I'm gonna have to, and I'm sure ANET is gonna be monitoring what's happening, but also they're gonna be, we're all gonna be seeing the bad things about this and the good things about it. So I definitely am very curious what you guys think. Personally, I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy to be able to play with everyone on my guild, of course, and I'm excited to see how this is gonna end up working. And also, I'm excited to get into Tier 4 to destroy the big guilds and start moving up and getting better at the game, and of course also destroying everyone in that are against our guild. So definitely join in if you want to, and subscribe to the channel. Go to my Discord to hang out off stream. Go to my Twitch to watch me live. See you Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support me. And see you guys around. Love you all. Bye bye.